Hello Marauders, Kpshamino here. In a couple of days, I think in 1 week or something on the 4th of March, they are going to release the new patch for Path of Exile, and it's called Ascendancy, and they are going to introduce new subclasses for all the classes. So I was looking a little bit to the subclasses for the Marauder, because you guys know I only play Marauder. I need to confess that I now started a Ranger just to kill Uber Alziri, because it's way too difficult for a two-hander Marauder to kill Uber Alziri. But I was looking to the subclasses and I was checking out Juggernaut, and I was really amazed about the skills that you can have in Juggernaut. I think Juggernaut and Berserker will be very good for my builds. I think probably Berserker a little bit better on like Atziri, like single uh, bosses is a little bit better. But Juggernaut was really good for my two-handers. What is the major problem that I always got if I make a build with a two-hander Marauder? It's the survivability. I need to take so much notes in survivability. I mean HP, life. I mean armor, so for the physical damage reduction that you get in. Resistance, of course, need to be kept. That's very important. But that's always problematic because I lose a lot of damage on that moment, and you need damage too to maintain your life leech. So there is always like a problem to solve that problem. In the past, I did it a couple of times really good, but I need to think so much, and sometimes you go to a map and you die 3 times and you are like, what the fuck? So I was looking to the Juggernaut and I was really happy. So you got like a flow of endurance charges in it. You got like accuracy, really good if you want to play a crit build, probably good for my crit sweep build. You got like damage still. You got like Fortify is going to boost your DPS. So maybe I can put it finally in my 6 link because Fortify is a really good spell that you can have. It just blocks DPS that you get in, so that's really good. But enough said, let's have a look at the Juggernaut. So first of all, I'm going to start in the north. So here you already see it. Armor, movement speed, really good. So 15% increased armor, 4 increased movement speed is always good as a melee build. That you can move around really fast. Sometimes you are jumping in a group with leap slam, or you need to go really fast away. It's always good. So then we come on the first end node. It's unstoppable. You cannot be slowed to below base speed. Movement speed cannot be modified to below base value. So I think that means that you cannot be slowed. Like it said, I'm not sure what the value is on it. Is it 10 movement speed? Is it 20 movement speed? But you guys know sometimes you do a map and there is like ice on the ground. You come in the ice, you see your DPS going really fast down because you're slowed. You want to run away, it doesn't work really well. So sometimes you get like locked in, and on that moment you need to get away very fast. So that's really good, this node. I think I need to watch it when the patch comes, how it works, what the base speed is. But I think on first sight it doesn't look that bad. So for a melee, mobility is most of the time very important. That you can run away, because you always need to be in melee to do DPS, and you need to run away sometimes too. You cannot do in this game, you cannot go like blind in this game, just nuke everything, because at some point you're laying dead on the ground and you don't know what happened. So sometimes you need to watch it a little bit. Okay, the next couple of nodes. Armor, attack speed, increased attack speed, very good DPS. Once again, a little bit survivability with increased armor. And then we come on the next end node, and that's undeniable. And it's a really good node, I think, for the attack speed is really good. 8% increased attack speed is a lot of damage that you can get more. But 1000 accuracy is good. For my crit sweep build, I'm now at 90% time of the time that I hit. It's very hard to build up the accuracy rating. So it's a really good node, I think. If you play, of course, a crit build, you will see 1000 accuracy is a lot of accuracy. that you can have with one node. So really good nodes too, DPS again, and the chance to hit goes up with accuracy. Then we are going to armor, stun, and duration, and now we are coming to a little bit the stun. Why is that this so good? Because for my ground slam, I stun a lot already, and with these two nodes, they are both stun nodes, you will see you are going practically stun them the whole time, and that's really good once again to survive. So really good nodes, unbreakable, and another fact, you can armor received from body armor is double. Why is that so good? I think because once again for the physical reduction, how more armor you got, the more physical reduction you got. You guys know that. But at the moment I'm playing a little bit with Khan's Heart. That means a lot of life. That's the unique for a Glorious Blade body armor. You guys know it. A lot of two-hander guys play with that just for like the ridiculous amount of life on it. And but the main problem is the armor on it is not that high. 600, 700 armor you can have on that body armor. So if you double it, it's a nice boost for, I think, the unique. If you use it, of course. If you use another armor, you can, if I think about it, there is one major problem in this game at the moment. If you go for a crit build, the most of the crit gear, besides the gloves I think of Atziri, but they are like 50 exalted, they are armor based. But the other gear is evasion based, because it's most of the time for a crit ranger. So I'm at the moment got on my crit sweep build only 30% armor physical reduction, because I don't have enough armor. That's the main problem. And with this, you can double it. For example, you got a 2000 armor body armor, you go to 4000. So really good node once again to survive. Then we are going to the next chain, and that's a long one. So armor, attack damage, once again increased attack damage, increased armor. And then we are going to on the next node, unflinching node. 10% chance to gain an endurance charge when you are hit, and +1 to maximum endurance charges. A really good node, in my opinion, for a melee. So now you can generate like a flow, a constant flow, if you are hit, of course, for endurance charges. Endurance charges are really good for a two-hander setup, because we cannot get like very much armor in, because otherwise you need to take too much nodes, because you need to still have the DPS to do it. And this is like a constant flow. 10% doesn't look a lot, but it's going to be very good. Sometimes you jump in a pack of a group of mods, they hit you a couple of times, you are going to have an endurance charge. Endurance charge is the chance that you survive or that you die, most of the time with the two-hander. Then we got armor, attack damage. Then we got unraveling, and unraveling is like a very good node in my opinion. So for example, you got 5 to 6 endurance charges. That's possible after a pack with Warlord's Mark or with Enduring Cry. So that's like 25 more DPS that you are going to generate, and 5% reduced elemental damage taken while you're at maximum endurance charges. So that means, for example, you jump in a pack of ads or mobs, you kill them, your endurance charges are maximumed out, because your Warlord Mark got them up, or Enduring Cry got them up. You go to the next pack, but the next pack is like those fucking bandits that throw fire Molotovs at your face. That means on that moment the reduced elemental damage taken while at maximum endurance charges is going to work so good. It's like 25 to 30% reduced elemental damage. If you're capped, that means that 25% comes in, and from those 25% you are going to have 25 less. So it's going to be very good in my opinion. So the clearing speed is going to be very fast. If you got like max endurance charges up and you go to a group, you don't need to wait anymore. Now we need to wait, we need to watch. They throw one time, we need to avoid it, and then we can leap in. Because you guys know it. I'm sure that you guys got it already a couple of times, because I already got it 50 times. You leap, And on that moment you think, what the fuck, it's bandits, blue pack with fire torches. I'm dead. 3 seconds later, you're dead. Sometimes it's even a half a second later. So therefore, unrattling is a really good note, I think. But we need to check. So, really good. The last skills that I'm going to show is the armor life regeneration. Really good life regeneration. Life regeneration is very good. Why? Because you cannot leech if you run away. It's a simple fact that you cannot leech life if you cannot do DPS. So you need to do something else, and that's regeneration. So every two-hander melee build needs some regeneration, otherwise you're fucked. If you are using Blood Rage, that takes like physical damage uh, from your HP. I think so your HP is going down. You always need it, because on my Ranger I don't have it. And I'm slowly dying when I pop Blood Rage, so it's very important. Then we go to the next note, and this is the last one for the Juggernaut. Unyielding. And now we are at the Fortify. I never took Fortify in my sixling. Why I don't take Fortify? Because if you want to have some DPS from your Fortify, you need to take like 4 to 5 nodes in your talent tree. That's a lot in my opinion, and it cannot compete with other support gems for Ground Slam, Ice Crash, for Sweep, that gives the same DPS. So it was always like, I was thinking, am I going for Fortify or not? And I never took it. I put it on my Leap Slam, but Fortify is a really good surviving spell. You guys know that. It just blocks like all the damage that comes in. I think it's even 10%. So I'm not sure about the 10% number, but it's really good. And now, with the 20% increased damage while you have Fortify and 1.2 of maximum life regeneration per second while you have Fortify, it's a really good note. It's possible if I take this with like the 3 or 4 nodes in the tree that buffs Fortify physical damage if it's up, that I'm going to put it in the 6 link. The first time that I'm going to put it in, but we need to check it, of course. At the moment we are just some things that are not sure that they are going to work, but on the first sight it looks really promising. It's really strange that I'm trying to use Juggernaut for a two-hander because it's for a shield wearer, but it's going to make my life a lot easier, and I think all the marauders that are using the two-hander too. So a quick recap: endurance charges are going to be a little bit easier. Regeneration, survivability is going to be a little bit easier. You are going to have a nice output on DPS too. Endurance charges is going to be very good. So there is a lot in the Juggernaut that I like, but we need to see how it goes when the patch is live. So thanks for watching, guys, to this movie. If you like the movie, give me a like. If you like my channel, subscribe please. And otherwise, have fun in Ascendancy. And yeah, I hope that you guys can kill a lot of stuff. So see you later. Bye bye.